Welcome to another guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It is Wednesday the 8th of May and we have 4 more new mods out today. I know I laugh every time I say it. I'm struggling to keep up with them all. First of all, an apology. Where I am at the moment, we are in the midst of a few thunderstorms that have been raging pretty much all afternoon. My next door neighbour's house alarm is going off and hasn't stopped for about the past 3.5 hours. I was hoping the thunderstorm would stop or the alarm would stop so I could record this, but unfortunately neither of those things have happened. So if you hear that in the background, I do apologise. So starting off, what do we have? Directly in front of us we have a ramp that is glaringly obvious. This is the placeable concrete ramp by Gamerhzs. This will use up 5 slots to place. It's a nice tidy mod. Looks like concrete. Little hazard, I assume they're like metal strips to protect the concrete when you're backing up or driving up so you don't slam into them and chip bits off. Got a wooden bit across the top with a couple of bolts in. But there you go. It's for loading of higher sided trailers. I know a lot of people have generally been using these recently for loading up log trailers, using the bag lifter with the straps. I know the IT runner trailers can be dropped onto the floor, so it isn't necessary with those ones, but the normal log trailers have got quite high-sided tines and these work out quite well. In the Modhub, in the store, these are under miscellaneous, and if we scroll across, there we have the lizard ramp. It's only 1,000 to place, quite small, compact little unit. The longer ramp obviously is much longer, takes up more space, and the placeable ramp we got the other day is 8,000, which raises and lowers. So it's just another additional, placeable ramp you can put in and use for whatever you wish to. You may not wish to use it at all. That is entirely your choice. That will use up 5 slots, and that's by Gamerhzs. I'm going to jump across the ramp onto the back ones just here. These are the ones that confused me a little bit today. These are fertilizer tanks, and these are by VertexDezign. This is what I was kind of talking about. In the Modhub, it does say required mods, and it talks about the there's a couple of ones by JHHG Modding that were little tanker trailers, and one that was a back that went onto the D754 truck. And then there was a picture in the Modhub which showed this when you click on to load or unload. It gave the impression, I'm not making this very clear, it gave the impression that this was a tank you could place that you fill up yourself, and that you needed the mods by JHHG Modding to fill it up, and then you could come and use it. The picture showed it and said 20,000 litres. However, on console that's not what we've ended up with. So like I say, I'm assuming, because I tried all different sorts of stuff and I'm thinking it's not working, I don't understand, and there's a reason for that. Now again, nice tidy mods, but what actually transpires, these mods are just a placeable fertilizer and herbicide tank. That one's the fertilizer one, this one's the herbicide. Again, slight little niggle would be then they're identical. There's no other indication on these to say which is which, only that when I placed them I remembered which one I put where. So if you placed 2 or 3 of these, or you wouldn't place 3 of them, but if you placed them right down next to each other, remembering which is which, like I say, probably wouldn't have hurt to just have a little symbol on it, unless I'm missing something somewhere. But anyway, this pipe here can be put away. It actually comes put away. You have to come around to the side here where these buttons are. If you come around the front it won't work, but if you come around to the sides here and press circle, just saw the shadow there, the pipe gets put away. That's activating and deactivating the pumps. So when I do that, it puts it away. If I pull up alongside these now, it won't allow me to get anything out of them until I've activated that. That's kind of how it works. So yeah, like I say, they're not placeable storage tanks, they are just refill points, and you do still have to pay for them. So I've just got to make sure I get this the right way around, because I've got a couple of these but then realised I could actually use one of the other mods to show the other one off. So I've just grabbed the IT runner. This is a liquid storage tanker This was under miscellaneous, and you can have it as fuel, water, herbicide or liquid fertilizer. So if I just jump in here, I've got a little bit of herbicide in it already. As far as I recall, it's the one that's just passed, if I've got it the right way around. So if I put up next to it now and press L3, nothing happens at all. So if I go round and then activate it by getting the pipe to come out, by pressing circle, like so, you see that swivel there. Now when I get into the tractor, hopefully, press L3, that will continue filling with herbicide. And obviously the money is going down top right, it's not free. So there you go. Now obviously if you want to make it a bit more realistic, you can put it right where the sort of thing is. It's entirely up to how you want to do it. So that one's the herbicide one, the fertilizer one is the first one, and I'll show you that one in a second. So yeah, in essence it's just a buy point for fertilizer or herbicide. Wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but at the end of the day, not too bad at all. They take up 5 slots each, and they were, how much were they? 5,500 I think they were each. There we go, 5,500. Like I say, they're identical, there's nothing really to tell them apart. It does say you will have to activate at the switch box first. There you go. So that's by VertexDezign. Next up, we'll have a look at this. It's right in front of us. This is the MAN TGX tanker truck. This is by Tarczi007. It's a 25,000 litre tanker, and it has a trailer hitch on the back. It kind of fits the profile of the pretty much the standard MAN trucks that we're getting at the moment, the TGX. This is a 640 horsepower. We are going to have a quick look at it anyway in the store, but I had trouble finding it. I went into trucks and I scrolled across and I went backwards and forwards and I couldn't find it. And I started to wonder whether I'd actually installed it or not. It's actually under animals. So we go down to animals, it's in there because it takes milk and water. So it transports, when it says transports liquids, I was hoping for maybe a fuel tanker, potentially slurry, maybe something like that, or an option to do any one of them. It will only do water or milk. And our options available are main colour, which does the main body of the truck, and then the rear section is our design, and we can have it chrome, stainless steel, or hang on, just did that one, or black. Those are the options available. Like I say, I thought maybe under customization it would have had the option to change it to other things, but that's what it does. 640 horsepower, it was 640. Now here comes the other thing with this. So you straight away you think, okay, fantastic, well it's got a trailer hitch on the back, which a lot of them don't have. We've got a 25,000 litre tanker, and it's a kind of self-propelled piece of kit, which again, it's nice to have something different in game, our own kind of tanker. The problem is that the in-game tanker, the trailed semi one, is 32,000 litres and this is only 25. Now the trailer hitch will hook up to this one here, which is 8,000 litres, so we've now got 25 and 8, potential load of 33,000 litres, which is great. So I looked at the trailer hitch and I thought, okay, well the obvious solution here then is if we get a dolly on the back and then we get the 32,000 litre one, we could potentially have 25, 32, 57,000 litres. It won't work. It won't hook up to the in-game dolly because the in-game dolly's got a ball hitch. So I thought, okay, well the other way around that is, in the new mods that came out the last couple of days, there was the I've got to try and remember the name of it. It's under trailers. Actually, you get a trailer, but under dollies you've got the Lizard Toldy 14 dolly. Now the cramp one is a ball hitch, but the Toldy one is a pin hitch. So I thought, okay, grab that, I'll hook that on and then hook the bigger trailer on the back. That doesn't work either. It will only really hook up to this one, which is it's mildly frustrating, not the end of the world. So you've got a 33,000 litre capacity with both, or with the standard kind of in-game one you've got 32,000. Like I say, you know, it's just playing devil's advocate, thinking about what options you've got available. You can buy the tanker trailer for 50 something thousand. This one is a little bit more pricey. If we look at it under animals, it's 150,000 to buy, so it's not cheap. And this also uses 38 slots, so it's quite high on the slot count as well. It's a really nice mod, don't get me wrong. I like it, it's cool, it looks fantastic. I like the fact we've got our own kind of little tanker. But like I say, I'm just kind of weighing up the options available. If I was going to use it, how would I use it? How would I configure it? What would I hook it up to? And then you start thinking for the price and what you could hook it up to. Realistically, you might be better off with a standard truck semi and a semi tanker. I don't know, like I say, I'm just thinking out loud. Inside the cab, nice, neat and tidy. Lights on or off. We turn the engine off, all goes off. Engine on, then lights come on. You get a little bit brighter in cab, but nothing to show that. Indicators do come up on the dashboard, and obviously I've got my Satex side panel plugged in to a PS4, so if I do hazards you can have them both come up, but that will only work with the side panel. There's no beacon on the top. Horn is your standard, and I don't think, I'm just going to check this, I don't think doors or windows open or anything like that. Nope. That's got 25,000 litres of milk in it. Seems quite stable. Takes a little while to get up to speed, but then it would do because it's heavy. Considering the weight on that, it's very stable. There you go. So that's the MAN TGX tanker truck by Tarczi007. Now there may well be other trailers that this will hook up to. It may be on PC. There are various different dollies available. Maybe you'll be able to get a dolly that will hook up to that, but on console, or at least on PlayStation, I haven't been able to find a dolly that will work. So yeah, potentially 25,000 with the other one on the back, 33. There you go. Right, moving on to our last mod. We have got, this is the Hardy Navigator 6000 row crop. At first glance you can see some obvious differences, but the actual main body of it, the sprayer itself, is the same as the in-game one, but it's the additional bits that make this a little bit different. This is by JHHG Modding. Again, I like the fact there's more options. There's nothing wrong with the standard in-game one, but it's nice. It looks really good. If you're going for a bit more kind of authenticity when you play, and you want to be spraying on crops that are growing, you don't want to drive over them, having the row crop option on here is quite cool. Admittedly, the standard one comes with narrows, so you know, but you know, it's I like it. I think it's a really cool looking mod. Very neat, very tidy. We'll have a look in store at the options that are available on it. We have got under crop protection. There we go. So the standard Navigator 6000 is 115,000 and is 16 slots, 36 metre width, does herbicide and fertilizer. This one is also 6,000, so it's 6,000 litre tank, same as the other one. 36 metre spread, takes herbicide and liquid fertilizer. This one is 23 slots, so up from the other one. Now it does say 2 there, that's because I've got one in game. As soon as you buy the first one the slot count drops, but to buy the first one is 23 slots, sorry. Options available on this one though. If we go round to the back, we have got, there's a warning triangle there, that's a USA safety triangle. If we go across one, we can change that to the Australian signs oversize, so that's for your Australian contingent. So it's either the American safety triangle or Australian sign oversize, which is quite cool. We have got, going across one, at the moment the actual track wheelbase of that is 30 inches. It's got narrows on, so it's 30-inch track, single row crop. You can have it twin row crop, so it puts the extra ones on the outside, but the inside track is still 30 inches. Next up, we go to 36-inch, so that widens that wheelbase, that wheel track in the middle out to 36 inches, and then you can have it 36-inch twin row crop. And I think the actual outer twin ones, the gap between the inner and outer is wider as well. I'm pretty sure it is. It looks like it is. If we go back to that and look at the distance between the inner and outer, then we go to the 36 and look again, definitely looks wider to me. So it'll allow for all different sorts of crops, and like I say, it just gives it that added dimension. Plus it looks cool. It looks really good like that. The other thing we can change, I don't know if this will probably have more of an effect on PC again. I don't know if they've got GPS mods yet out on PC, but they used to have. We can have on the top nothing. We can have GPS Starfire 3000, that's a John Deere one, I think, isn't it, Starfire? Or we can have the Starfire 6000. Now, bearing in mind, one of them costs 3,170 more, the other one costs 5,350. I can't see how that will make any difference on console because we don't have GPS. Other than it looking good on there, and if you run John Deere tractors, that kind of adds to that whole setup, but we don't have a GPS, so I don't know if that really does have any impact at all. I can't see that it does. Other than that, does exactly what it says on the tin. 36 metre spread, 6,000 litre tank capacity. I'll just go and grab the tractor I was going to use, and because I can also show you the fertilizer tank fill up as well while I'm at it. We did the herbicide, so I might as well do this one. What we will do first though, it operates in exactly the same way. You've got that turn on the front chassis as well, which helps for tighter turning on this. It does look very, very cool with twins on that, doesn't it? Twin narrows, I like that. We open this up, 36 metre, nice smooth animation, which, you know, there we go, and we can raise and lower the boom like so. Fold that away. There is a little bit in this already, simply because I had a little bit of a test, because like I say, I wasn't sure about those tanks and whether they need to be filled first or whether they were just like a buy point. So I think one thing I've always I try to play devil's advocate, and also a lot of people question mods that come out and stuff. What you've got to remember is, especially having the Australian thing on the back of here, I don't know if JHHG Modding is Australian or not. Generally speaking, modders will make something they're passionate about. They'll make something they want in game, and often friends, whoever, I know I've said this before, will say to them, you know, you've got to put that as a mod, it's really, really cool, people will love it. So, you know, I suppose it goes with all of them. I know I can be a bit harsh sometimes, and I do try to play devil's advocate and answer the questions that people are likely to put into the comments on my videos. They'll ask me things, and, you know, what about this, what about that, you know, generally speaking. So I kind of try and cover all the bases. I don't know, there's something about this I really like. It's really, it just looks really cool. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so press L3 and we are filling up with liquid fertilizer. And there you go. That's the 4 mods for today from Gamerhzs, VertexDezign, JHHG Modding and Tarczi007. That was the Hardy Navigator 6000. Very nice bit of kit. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.